What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Our mission here is simple: helping you build a high-performance AI workforce to automate your income and dominate the affiliate market. In today's video, we're diving deep into the exact blueprint you need to scale. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's cut to the chase. Have you ever wished you could just build a machine that does the work for you? Not just a tool, but a full-blown digital employee that finds opportunities, creates content, and runs the whole operation 24/7 without a single complaint? Well, that's exactly where we are. We're moving past AI as something you use and into an era of an autonomous AI workforce you direct. This is a total game changer. Look, this quote from Julian Goldie nails it. This isn't some 5-year plan. This is happening right now. The window to get a ridiculous, almost unfair advantage is closing fast. It all comes down to building these automated money-printing machines before your competition even knows what hit them. So that's the big question, right? How do I do it? It's not about being a little better with one specific tool. No, it's about building an interconnected machine, a flywheel that finds profitable niches, churns out content, and executes the entire strategy on its own. So what's the blueprint for that machine? Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, we need a major mental shift. You have to stop thinking of AI as a little helper you give commands to. Start thinking of it as an active, autonomous part of your team. This is your new digital workforce, and it's ready to run around the clock. I mean, this slide says it all. The old way? It's slow, it's manual, you're always waiting on someone, and it costs a fortune in time and money. The new way? It's autonomous. It creates content instantly, it operates 24/7, and the ROI, it's just massive because you're collapsing time. But just how much time are we talking about? Just think about that number for a second. 2 whole weeks, 10 full workdays. That is how much work a company called Stepstone used to spend on a single process. Now, with AI automation, they've crushed that down to just 2 hours. That is not a small improvement. That is a 40x increase in speed. This is the kind of brutal efficiency we're talking about when you build a real AI-powered system. So, how does this machine actually work? Well, it all starts with the brains of the operation: deep discovery. This is the find step of our flywheel. This is the strategic research engine that sniffs out the money. And the tech behind this is just incredible. Models like DeepSeek are using something called efficient sparse attention. Let me break it down. Instead of dumbly reading an entire library word for word to answer your question, this lets the AI scan the titles and chapters to know exactly which paragraphs to focus on. It's surgically precise, letting it rip through entire books or competitor websites in seconds. And this quote just perfectly sums it up. You can feed this thing everything: your competitor's entire strategy, years of market data, and it will work nonstop, 24/7, to find content gaps and profitable angles for you to exploit. Okay, so the brains found an opportunity. Now what? How do you cash in on it? That brings us to part 2 of the machine, the director. This is our yield step, where raw research is forged into high-quality, cinematic video. You know, for the longest time, the Achilles heel of AI video was inconsistency, right? You'd make a clip, and the character's face would suddenly change, the lighting would be all over the place. It was basically unusable for anything serious. Well, that problem is being solved. New tools like Cdance 2.0 are designed specifically to kill that inconsistency. And the process is actually dead simple. You feed the AI your key assets: your character image, your background video, your audio. Then, in your prompt, you just use simple tags to tell it, use this character here and use this motion here. The real magic is in that last step: iteration. You can tweak one scene without regenerating the whole thing. It gives you absolute director-level control. So, we've got the research and we've got the content. But who's going to publish it, promote it, and actually do the work? This is the final piece of the puzzle: the operator. This is the harvest step, where autonomous agents connect everything and execute tasks in the real world. We are talking about local AI agents, like a tool called OpenClaw. And the key word here is local. It runs on your computer. That means it can control your mouse, your keyboard, and your software without shipping your private data off to some random server in the cloud. It is powerful and it is secure. And just look at what this thing can do. This isn't just following a simple script. This user's agent figured out on its own that it needed an API key. So it opened a browser, navigated through Google's complex console, set up the security protocols, and generated the key itself. It literally identified and solved its own problem. That is insane. This quote drives it home. If you can do it on your computer, clicking, typing, logging into websites, anything, a local agent can be taught to do it for you. Managing your CRM, publishing content, building landing pages. The potential is just enormous. All right, we've seen the brains, the director, and the operator. Now let's put it all together and see how this machine, this flywheel, actually turns and creates a self-powering system for growth. This is the blueprint in action. Step 1, the brains, like DeepSeek, finds the opportunity. Step 2, the director, using Seedance, yields the cinematic video. Then the operator takes over. It wires everything up, building a landing page, connecting it to your sales system, and finally, it harvests the profits by automatically publishing and promoting the content to drive traffic. But here's the most important part. This is not a one-time process. It's a flywheel. The data from the harvest step, what worked, what didn't, feeds right back into the find step. The system learns. It gets smarter and faster with every single rotation, compounding your results. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all really mean for you? It's simple, but it's everything. It's time to completely level up how we think about AI in our business. You need to stop thinking about AI as just another app. It's not a tool. It is your first digital employee. It's a workforce you can scale to any size you want that runs 24/7 and that gets smarter and more valuable over time. And that really leaves us with just one final question. When you have a team that can research, create, and execute around the clock, the only thing holding you back is your own ambition. So, what are you going to build?
And that is how you dominate the game with AI automation. If you're ready to stop trading your time for money, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But more importantly, click the link in the description to join our global school community. Get the full blueprint and start building your machine today. I'll see you inside.